back from this to this. Dried pineapple leaves, the final product, briquette. Making of this briquette is a process and it requires persistence, but it can be a good substitute instead of using charcoal.
So this is the main factory now, where the stage 3 making of briquettes happens. The material that you saw at stage 2 is conveyed into the factory and it falls into our feeding silos. The silos then direct the material into the main machines, where it is heated, compressed without the presence of oxygen, and then a biomass briquette is made.
So we've seen, coming up with such kind of a project is something huge, and especially it needs more funds. Where exactly did you get these funds from?
Okay, I was able to raise some of the funding from institutions that support green energy and clean energy innovations. That helped me get started. I also was able to get additional funding from ICDC, who also support new industrial ventures. And furthermore, I'm also being supported by Equity Bank. Equity Bank have been supportive not only in financing innovations and innovative ideas like this, but also in encouraging their own clients who are in other sectors to use products like this instead of deforesting our forests.
And you talked of how big these briquettes can be. What of packaging? I can see there's some sort of veneers that you use.
Yes. Now the packaging that you see here, this is for industrial use. This is a 1.3 ton bag, and we typically load these ones for use by the big industries. We do have smaller packaging, which I'll show you, that is used now for domestic and retail customers.
Okay. So this is what happens when it comes here.
Well, I can actually take you down and show you how it works. So material will come into the factory through this conveyor that comes from stage 2, which is outside, and then it will be dropped into the 2 feeding silos, these 2 that are standing here, and then from the feeding silos it is then conveyed or runs through an auger that goes into the briquetting presses. In this particular instance, we have 4 lines.
4 lines. Oh,
yes. And what it will do is go into each one of them, where it is then processed inside the machine, and then it is extruded out of the briquetting presses and runs down this line, cooling down as it goes until it is emptied into the bags.
Okay. So I can even feel it's kind of
still warm.
Yeah, it's still very warm.
Yes.
Okay, so the machine really knows how long, or is it set, or?
Actually, the machine is highly automated, so it determines the speed at which it runs, the temperature of the product, and extrudes it when all the qualities have been met to make a good briquette. And if there's any fault, it will automatically detect what that is and stop itself, or try to rectify it if it can. If some intervention is needed, then it will alert.
What of the local community? Have you been able to sell it to local communities?
Yes, we do have people in the local area, include both industries and domestic users who come and buy from us. Yes, so the word is getting out there.
Oh.
Well, for such a project, in our particular case, it's very capital intensive. Yeah. We have spent, it's actually in the hundreds of millions, but there are smaller possibilities, so there are smaller ways of making briquettes without having to put in as much investment as we have. But I always feel that the amount involved in investment should never be detrimental to getting started. If there is a will, then there is a way. And in my case, there was a will, so we found a way.
And where did you get these machines from? Is there any, are they found in Kenya or?
These are imported. These are actually Danish technology. The Danes are known to be the most advanced in their briquette production systems, and the most automated as well. So naturally, it was best to take and use the best.
Are there local ways in which you can make this briquette machine?
Well, you can make briquettes out of any biomass material. You can simply dry it and compress it, and that will be a sort of briquette. It may not have the same burn qualities or as maybe the ones that we make here, but it would still be a briquette nonetheless. So any biomass can be used to make even the most simple kinds of briquettes. Yes.
Would we say from waste to money, or what will be your final words?
I would say that we have to promote a circular economy. Nothing needs to go to waste. Everything has a use. You just need to find out what that use is and add value to it and then apply it. So I would encourage everybody to do that.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we're done.
Thank you.
It was nice. At least I've learned something.